Welcome to the VW Golf TCR, a Golf that packs more punch than the GTI, but a Golf that still looks up to its older brother, the Golf R. VW are currently in the 7th generation of the Golf, and with the 8th generation car fast approaching, they took one last stab at the Golf, and this is what they produced, the Golf TCR. The VW Golf TCR produces 286 bhp and 380 Nm of torque. It matches that of the old GTI Club Sport S, that sadly is no longer available to buy, and trumps the standard GTI by over 40 bhp. Additional bits that have been added to the Golf TCR include 18-inch wheels as standard, side seals, rear diffuser, a new front splitter, and a roof spoiler. All this gives it a much more aggressive look, and arguably looks more boisterous than the Golf R. But how much does all of this cost? At £35,000 is quite a bit of money to purchase, but again, being that VAG group, you do get all of the niceties that you do in any kind of VAG group car. Similar to the Golf R, you get lovely virtual cockpit in this car, you get a very nice infotainment system, we've got a nice leather steering wheel with some lovely red stitching. Now you get these seats as well, which pretty much look very similar to that of the Golf R. Obviously the slight difference is they say GTI on them, and they've got this kind of red and grey kind of tartan look to it, which is very traditional in the kind of GTI cars. But there are other cars that you would think to yourself, hang on a minute, what would I rather have? Now the Club Sport S is the beast, isn't it? It's like a Nürburgring lap holder, it's rapid, it also is pretty much unattainable because they were limited edition. A lot of people are holding on to those, and to find one you're gonna struggle. Whereas these, I think you can go out and buy one of these if you wanted. Same with the Golf R. In fact, most people have gone out and bought the Golf R because it is a very popular car, and rightfully so, because it's great at what it does. As an all-round car, it's fantastic. But I do like this as well, and there's a part of me that thinks. There's a part of me that thinks, actually, if I wasn't looking down and looking and finding the GTI badges, I mean, this handling, it's really good. And that's testament to kind of the setup of this car. It is front-wheel drive. That's the key kind of difference between the Golf R and this, is that this is not four-wheel drive, this is front-wheel drive, which means that you have a little bit less weight on this. It means you could suffer the fact that you point it. That is really good. It just points and goes, and I think that's the benefit with front-wheel drive. Obviously you could suffer from underseat, but also you can just point the nose in and go. It's obviously a little bit light, you don't have to worry about the four-wheel drive system holding you and adding more weight. And around this kind of test track that they've got us playing on, the road, obviously there's lots of twisties. It's allowing me to play naughty with the car, but the car's just behaving. It's very composed, it's very compliant around these kind of roads. Look at this left turn. Yeah, love it. Great fun, really great fun. And then we get to kind of the looks of it as well. And I think that obviously all new, the new modern Golf personally, I really like the look of these things. I think they look fantastic. Obviously the seats are super comfortable. I've got no complaints with regards to the seats because they are hugging me very, very nicely in this thing. I mean, the steering, I like this. I like the fact that the steering wheel is quite thin as well. That's a really nice touch. It's a thin steering wheel. The paddles could be a little bit bigger, I think, personal preference. But it's a cool car, man. It's a cool car. There's a question for me around this kind of scheme. I know it's very, very traditional, I get that. However, I'm not really sure personally I'm not really a fan of it, if I'm honest with you, but that's just my own kind of personal preference, which is absolutely fine. And what about the performance of the car? Well, we're about to try that out now. We'll put it into sport, very nice. And we're about to go around a quick little kind of high-speed ring. Now this thing here, obviously 280 odd horsepower, a 0 to 60 time on paper of 5.6 seconds, so a second slower than that of the Golf R. But this should be fun. It tops out 155 miles an hour. could see that the car, and this is a very dry day as well, and the traction control light kicked in as I planted it. And that you would find because of the four-wheel drive system. Sorry, the lack of four-wheel drive system. It doesn't stick as much as a four-wheel drive, but it's still equally as fun. If I slow down and do another little roll for you guys. It does sound nice. The rev matching is good. It's got a nice tone to it, that 2 litre engine, 2 litre turbocharged engine. And at 100 miles an hour, it's composed. You know, I could do this all day long. You know, it's very, very composed. It's got a nice tone to it, quite a deep tone actually, I would say. A bit of a grunt is the right way when you put your foot down. Right, that was good fun. The other thing as well to know is that this obviously has the Dsg Gearbox, so 7-speed, good brakes. Yeah, we like that. It has a 7-speed Dsg Gearbox as well, which makes it relatively quick shift, even though it's a front-wheel drive car. As I said, it's a cool car. 35 grand to buy one of these. It does look very racy, which I quite like. I like racy cars, but I think as a whole, this car is a good bit of fun. I really do. And if you fancy something that isn't a Golf R, it still gives you probably not identically similar levels of performance. That's probably not the best way to say it, because the Golf R is a second to 60 quicker. Or just under a second to 60 quicker, but for what this is, it's very cool. It's a very cool idea, and I like it. But anyway, my name's been Steph, guys. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.